Hi everybody, it's Lauren Brown, also known as Raggedyroyal, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and now YouTube. And today we're going to be doing this cloud eye tutorial. I'm really excited to show you how to do this look. I do it probably like twice a year. Love it. So easy, so beginner friendly, and we're just going to jump right into it. Okay, so I am back and I'm ready to do this look. I'm yelling because I had to prime my eyes 3 times because my brush was yellow, it was blue, it was making green. Anyways, let's tap into Slow and Reverb. This one, the Beats by Deb palette. And we're going to take this into the crease. If you open your eyes and you look up, that fold, that's called your crease. So we're going to take it into the crease and a little bit above. You make sure we go all the way around the eye. This is very much a 2 eyeshadow look. Like it's actually pretty simple. You're not going to need too many shadows. It's just going to be the blue and then the white for the clouds. So since you're only doing the blue here, you want to make sure that your whole eyelid is blue and covered. And just keep blending until you like how it looks. We're going to add some more in a second. I don't really like to go into the inner tear duct. We're going to wipe that off in a second. So I'm doing the same on this side. Way better than the other side. I like this side more than this side. But, you get the gist. Just blending blue up into the crease. Add some of that darker blue too to make sure that, you know, it looks really blue. You want to blend to the brow bone. We're making a sky, so it's kind of weird to have like eyebrow white. Then we need all the space that we can get for our clouds. Alright, so now that that's done, we're going to take a flat brush. I'm going to take that flat brush, go into that blue, and I'm just going to add that all over the lid. The same on the other eye. Make sure the color gets there. And then I'm just going to look into my mirror, make sure everything's blended to my liking. And we're ready for the clouds already. And this is why we do eyes before face. Because if we did our face makeup and now it was all covered in blue, we'd be upset. So, I recommend doing your eyes before your face. Because I can just wipe it off. Usually I don't. Usually I just let it stay till the end. But since I'm on a YouTube video, I feel like it's going to be kind of hard to focus. So, now comes the fun part, the clouds. So basically what we're going to do is I'm going to take this small brush from Coastal Scents. It's a detail brush. I need to order a new one. Coastal Scents, if you're watching this, I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills primer that I had before, which is on the back of my hand because I would put way too much on. Irresponsible. And what we're going to do is take a little bit on the back. You don't want to take too much because too much is hard to work with. So you don't want to have too much because then your eye is too wet, things start slipping around. But you want enough so that you know it will make a stain in the blue. So take a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make one little whatever that is right there, a little circle, little blob, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm just going to make another. And then I'm just going to make one more to the right of it. And that's basically like our first cloud. The thing about clouds is nobody can tell you that doesn't look like a cloud. Because clouds look like anything. So don't take this look so seriously where it's like, oh, my clouds need to have 3 lumps. They need to... No, you'll see they'll be incongruent to the other eye. They're clouds, okay? Nobody's going to look at your clouds and be like, well, there's 3 clouds over there and 3. No. They're clouds. That's why this is fun. It's also why it's easy. So we just took 3 to a loop right here. I don't know what this we call it. Let's call it a hump. We'll do a hump right here, a hump right here, and a hump right here. All right, great. Now we're gonna move on to the next one. I'll do a hump here, a hump here, a hump here. I'm gonna color it in a little bit so that it's nice and white. Don't worry, we're gonna go over the white shadow in a second, but just so I can mark what places I have and what I don't have. And then I'm going to turn the brush to the side just for a smaller hump. And that one only has 2, see? I didn't have enough space for 3, so that one only has 2. But it's a cloud nonetheless. Put one on the lash line. One, 2, 3. Might even do a little bit of a tiny 4th or an extended 3 just to go into the inner corner. And then we'll do a one hump, 2 hump, 3 hump. I'm gonna make this one kind of low so we have enough space for the upper ones. So as you can see, we have our clouds. They're a little bit chunky right now. They're a little bit undefined right now, but that's because we have a few more steps to really make the eye come together. In the meantime, let's do the clouds on the other eye. And here's the thing about this eye. Usually when it comes to makeup, I try to do both the eyes at the same time, but if it comes to something like detailing, I'll look at this one and say, okay, I need to do this one exactly like that one. Clouds, I don't. This is a whole new eye, brand new start. It doesn't even look exactly like this one. They're fraternal twins. So we're gonna do one hump here, one hump here, and then I'll do one over here. Okay. I'm gonna do another one on the inner corner though, because I just feel like that's a classic. Not trying to be match here, jock the swag or the style of this eye right here, but I just feel like that's a classic. So I will do one on the inner corner. Upper lash line. You see how high up I'm going with the clouds? That's why we need to take the eyeshadow all the way up to the brow bone. I don't have enough space for another one. I want to add another one, but I really don't have enough space. So I'm just going to extend this one right here. Add another hump. All right. Now I'm going to wipe off my brush and we're going to start to make the definition of the clouds. So I'm going to be using the Made by, oh my gosh. This one just broke everywhere. But I'm going to be using the Made by Mitchell Head in the Clouds palette because this is probably one of the only salvageable whites that I still have left. I go through whites and I go through yellows. So what we're going to do is, and we're just going to go on top of where we just outlined the clouds. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. We're just going to go right on top of that primer. This makes the clouds really stand out. The primer, it's light, but it's not white, okay? And there's no eggshell off white cream clouds, like no. it's okay to have a little fallout. However, if you can avoid it, you know, fallout is always messy. And fallout, if you don't know what these terms mean, fallout is when you have, say, okay, so like this eyeshadow right here, like you see all that dust that's coming around, that's fallout. Usually the more powdery your eyeshadow is, the more fallout it's gonna have. It can get really messy. Glitter makes a lot of fallout. Yeah. Fallout is something that you want to avoid, especially if you do your face before you do your eye makeup, because fallout will ruin your entire face makeup. Alright, so now that, wow, we're really running through this. So exciting. Now that the white is on the clouds, we're going to take the flat brush from before. And I'm going to go into a little bit of blue. If you have a light blue, that's great too. So like say this is a light blue right here. So it's in between the white and the cerulean that we used before. That's also cool. I'm going to use a regular blue that we used earlier. And you're just going to go on the bottom of the clouds. This kind of submerges them in the sky. You know, when you see a cloud, you don't really see all of it at one time. Big ups to nature. Alright. Alright. We're add sun to the bottom here. You can kind of see the difference between, well, I'm going to do the entire eye and then I'll show you the difference. And don't be afraid to cover up too much white, because guess what you can do? Add more afterwards. You can just add more afterwards. There's no mistake in makeup that you really can't, like, you can't fix. Except for, like, cutting your lash too short. Like, that's, well, you can, but that's going to be a hard one. Cutting your lash too short, making your winged eyeliner not the same angle. Other than that, like, it's pretty good. Okay, so you can see the difference between this eye and this eye. The clouds just look a bit more intentional. I might add something here. I probably would just add a white dot. You'll see in a second. I keep foreshadowing myself. Like, gosh, what are you, a ragdoll? How you know all this? Okay, right at the bottom. And you see for that fallout that fell down here, we're just gonna add blue on top of it. No biggie. No biggie. I'm gonna add just a little bit more white to these over here. Alrighty, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this NYX white liner and I'm just gonna add some dots. Just because there were some empty spaces that I didn't have enough space for a cloud, but I needed something there. This is not my favorite white liner, but it gets the job done for dots. Alrighty, so here is the cloud eyes, is what they look like. I'm going to do my base off camera because I have a doctor's appointment, so I have to hurry up. But if you want to know how I do my base, I go into a really in-depth, beginner-friendly base routine in my other video, which is entitled Base Routine, Foundation Routine, that video. So go check that out. In the meantime, I'm going to do my base, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'll be back. I gotta go to the doctor's. But here are the eyes. I added some blue to the water. I added some white to the waterline, NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil, and blue to the lower lash line. It's a mascara. I'll be back in a second. Alright, so here is the final look. So I always pair this eye with a red lip simply because I like the way the colors look, you know, red, white, and blue. No affiliation with US of A. Absolutely not a patriot. But I just like the way the colors look together. So here is the final look. If you recreate this look, make sure you tag me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, wherever you do it at Raggedyroyal. I really want to see your recreations. It's one of my favorite parts of my job. And yeah, if you want to know, like I was thinking about maybe doing a perfect red lip tutorial, like how I get my perfect red lip ombre. I've made a couple short videos on Instagram, but maybe something to be on my YouTube channel to stand alone. Let me know, and let me know any other video ideas that you have. I say this every video, but I really do make a long list in my sketchbook of all y'all suggestions. So let me know any other video suggestions that you have down below. And yeah, this was actually so quick, so fun, and one of my favorite looks. So I don't know, feeling hot, but yo, YouTube things. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like. If you want to see any other content from me, make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification bell, all of that, to support the channel, support the artistry, support me. Yeah, so make sure you do those things, and I will see you in the next one. Check out my last video on, who knows? I don't have an order on how I edit them. So maybe it is a base tutorial, maybe it's a halo eye, I'm not sure yet. So make sure you check out my last couple videos on whatever pops up on the screen next. All right, bye. I don't know, I just feel like the flexi rock curls make me just want to, you know, just like so happy, girl. I'm vaccinated. Hello.